Hello, let me just rejoin. Okay, so I'm audible now. Okay, then let's start the session. Hope soon the audience will join. So, hello everyone, good evening, and a very warm welcome from Hyderabad SolidWorks user group. This is Syed Shafi Hashmi, your host and the leader of Hyderabad SolidWorks user group. So today's session is all about 3D experience platform. It is titled as 3D experience for startups. In this session, we will dive into how startups can escalate or scale their businesses efficiently using the powerful tools of 3D experience. This session will provide practical insights and showcases the real world examples of startups that have leveraged the 3D experience for growth and innovation. So, for this session, we have invited a suitable speaker who himself has mentored Startup India. He is a passionate mechanical design professional and a SolidWorks champion. With his guidance, the attendees will get to explore the 3D experience platform and the roles on the platform. So, guys, let's welcome Prabhakar Purushothaman sir. Welcome, Prabhakar sir. Prabhakar sir, I have granted you the access for
Thank
presentation.
you. Thank you very much, Syed. Hope I'm audible and my voice is clear.
It's a little bit shaky, sir.
Can you check now? Can you confirm now? Is it clear
Yeah,
now?
okay, sir. It's okay.
Yeah, fine. Thank you. Thank you very much for your wonderful introduction. So, I welcome you all for this wonderful session on SolidWorks 3D Experience or SolidWorks solution for startups. So, this will be today. I'm not going to show any demo kind of thing. It's purely a kind of a presentation kind of thing. How the startups is going to get benefited out of this program, and what and all is included in the program. Everything will be discussed here. Maybe there may be some of the startups who have joined, or the final year students, or someone who has an idea to start their own startup. For them, this program will be very much helpful, and this session will be very much helpful. And also, you can share your knowledge to your friends or the startups whom you know, who is or the friends whom you know who are planning to start their startup. This is completely an informative knowledge sharing session. So I will quickly start with the session directly. I'm sharing my screen. Please confirm whether you can able to see my screen. Hope my screen is visible.
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Thank you. Thanks for the confirmation, sir. So about myself, Prabhakar. The introduction was very excellently given by Mr. Syed. So thanks for that. I'm not going much deeper into about my own introduction. So about myself, Prabhakar, I'm a SolidWorks champion and also certified SolidWorks expert. You can follow me on LinkedIn if you have any queries on the on this program or whatever the presentation I'm going to tell for next 1 hour. This presentation is a very short presentation. It will not be too long. It's just 1 hour presentation only. Last 10 minutes we will keep for Q&A so that whatever the queries are there we can address during the last session. So these are all some of the recognition I got from directly from Dassault System. Earlier, I was working in a war, SolidWorks war, which is one of the value-added reseller for SolidWorks. That for overall India's first overall sales representative for most new referred startups. Award was given to me in 3D Experience Works World, which was hosted in Houston, Texas, in 2025, this year only. So this made me to give the presentation to the since during my tenure, working tenure, I have made discussed about this program many startups and made them to enroll for this program. So I don't want to limit myself to that. Even after moving out of the job, I just want to continue it. So I just want to support the startups, and also there will be many students, they can be final year or pre-final year students, who will be having idea. So I want to start my own startup like that. So for them, how this program will be beneficial, that we are going to discuss now in today's session. So agenda of today's session will be about 3D experience for SolidWorks startup program and roles available in startup program. The roles is nothing but it's a 3D experience works term. We can say it's a solutions. There are solutions, or 10 different solutions will be given to the startups. It's not only SolidWorks. Along with the SolidWorks, there will be a bundled solutions will be provided that we are going to see, and also there are some add-on rules, advanced simulation rules, which we call it as a simulia rule. That solutions also available for the startups. Then finally, how to apply for the program that we are going to see. Apart from this, the quick takeaways, quick guidelines about how to apply for makers program. So if you are a maker, how to get registered for the maker program, and also the 3D experience work SolidWorks program for incubator and accelerator also available. Maybe if you are a college students, and in your colleges, if there are registered incubation center or accelerators are available, or if you come across some private incubation centers, then you can suggest them to go with those incubation program. So that also we are going to discuss here. So mainly we focus on startup program. Parallelly, I like to give the insights on maker license, also on the 3D experience works program for incubator and accelerators also. This is about today's agenda, and which and all the vertical the startups are supported under this program means transportation, mobility, aerospace and defense, industrial equipment, home and life science, consumer and packaged goods, life sciences, and energy and material. So in a simple way, wherever the physical product development is happening, whichever the startup which is developing some product which can be touched and which can be felt, it can be any domain which has been mentioned here, which will fall under this any of this domain. These startups will be eligible for this 3D experience work startup program. That's what, but it is limited only for the physical product development startups, which is a hardware product startup development. Suppose a startup is purely related to engineering services or purely into a software domain, then they may not require the software itself. A coding related startup or a app development startup, software development startup will not be requiring SolidWorks at all. For such startups, this program is not applicable. So any hardware startup or any product development startup which can be touched and felt, for such startups are eligible. Sorry, that is been listed in the slide here. Coming to 3D Experience Works startup program, this program is mainly for the startups who is under the earlier stage. The earlier stage means less than 5 years. As per the Dassault system term, the startup should be less than 5 years. Now it is 2025 August. Any startups which is being started after 2020 August till this 2025 August, they are eligible for this program, which means you have to just backdate to 5 years. Like now it is 2025 August, 2024 August, 2023 August, 2022, 2021, and 2020 August. So these the any company which has been registered between this after 2020 August, and the deadline is today's date, you can keep it as a deadline. So the date of submitting the application, any startup should be which is less than 5 years of age will be eligible for this startup program. So main challenges for the startup is they will be having limited funding, limited manpower, and uh, the training and support, and they will be also requiring some mentoring support for the product development. So all these issues will be addressed using this 3D experience work startup program. Now we will see how this will be helpful. As I told, this program is mainly for the early startups. That's what we said. Just less than 5 years startups will be eligible, and any startups which is less than 3 years, they will be getting completely free of cost solution. And any startup which is crossed 3 years but less than 5 years, they will be qualifying either with 70% discount or 50% discount. So here you are not provided just only with SolidWorks. You will be provided with a package with 10 different solutions. One of the solution is SolidWorks. Other than that, the data management, simulation, collaboration, team collaboration, complete solutions are available as a package. Anyway, that we are going to see just in the upcoming slides. Coming to this 3D experience work startup program, this program is for 3 years program. It's not just 1 year program, the 3 years program. Any startups to grow and launch their product, they need some time. So that the program is offered to the startups for 3 years. So first year, the design solution will be provided completely free of cost. Nothing will be charged. That to file license, up to file license will be provided for each startup in their startup name itself. And during the second year, the program continues with 70% discount. And also during the third year, the program continues with 50% discount. Only during the fourth year, the startups will be charged with 100% without any discount. Until then, the 3 years, the discount will be continued. Like first year, 100% discount. Second year, startup has to pay only 30% of the charges. Like the commercial customers pays 100% of the charges. The startup program qualified customers has to pay only 30% of the charges. The same time during the third year, the program continues with 50% of the charges. So again, in SolidWorks, there are three different levels: standard, professional, and premium. The standard, I can say it's a basic or the entry level, and the professional is the mid level, and premium is the highest capability level. During the free license itself, as I told, each startups will be provided with a file license. All the file license will be given with premium itself. A startup can opt either 1 to 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Any number of license up to 5 license can opt, and whatever the license they opt, they will be provided with the premium license itself. And during the second year, if the startups, after using all the 5 licenses, if they need only one license, they can opt either one license or two license or three license up to their requirements. There is no forced, like since they use the 5 license at free of cost during the first year, there is no forced bond or terms such that they have to renew all the 5 licenses. They can renew either one or two or three or four or five, up to 5 license, any number of license with 70% discount. Even a startup needs only one license, means they can renew only one license also. No questions will be asked. And that one single license also, they need not to renew premium itself. If the design capabilities are not requiring the premium level of complexity, then they can switch to professional or standard. And again, if a startup has moved to a standard, for an example, only one single license, during the third year, they feel like they want to upgrade, they increase the number of license. Not only during the third year, during the mid of the second year also, or any time during the third year also, they can increase to from one license to up to 5 license, any number of license they can increase as per the design requirement. They can choose switch to from standard to premium also. That level of flexibility also is there. And also if a startup feels that after using first year completely free of cost, if the startup feels that the solution offered from Dassault system is not adding value to them, they are free to adopt the program. There is no bond mandatory term or bond such that must and should they have forcefully they have to just pay 30% and they have to renew. There is no such agreement also. The program is very transparent and it's completely there to support the startups. So what the startups will be getting in the startup in this program is the software. As I told, the premium version of the SolidWorks will be provided completely free of cost, and the training and support will also provided completely free of cost. You will be aligned under the value added reseller. For your region there will be a value added reseller will be there. Under one particular value added reseller you will be aligned. The value added reseller will provide you complete training at free of cost to your team. The entire team will be provided the training free of cost. Usually it can be online training or offline training as per the team requirement. If a team feels like they want to take offline training, they can visit the value added reseller facility and take up the training, or they can take the online training provided from the value added reseller. And also it will be continued with taking the certification also, which is also like CSWA, CSWP certification will be provided completely free of cost for all the attendees of the training. And you will be getting access to the startup resource center, which is nothing but when you have any query in the product development stage, you can post your query that can be related to your product development or that can be related to your the software related query. You will be supported by online community. The experts will answer your queries and they will make you to speed up your product development. That option is also available. The fourth benefit, actually it's not mentioned but it is actually available under the program, is any startups which they develop any of their product, the once it is successfully developed and launched, that will be published as a case study and made available in the Dassault system website as a video case study, also as a PDF case study. So that is the fourth benefit which is available for the startup. Not only that, there will be every year there will be SolidWorks launch event will be happening. Like SolidWorks 2026 will be launched in the November of solid this year. So during that event, the startups can showcase their product to the participant completely free of cost. A stall will be provided for the startups. These are all the some of the benefits which is available in the 3D Experience Works startup program. As I told, there are 10 different solutions are available under this startup program. 3D Experience Works SolidWorks Premium is one of the solutions. That's what I mentioned here. So apart from that, 10 different solutions are bundled together and provided for a startup. Dassault system has identified the key pain points of startups. To address their pain points, they have provided the 10 different solution. So it's not, since they provided, it's not mandatory you have to use all these things. So whichever is applicable and whichever is more relevant to your startup, you can use those solution and you can take it forward. So now I will just give you the glimpse about the each and every solutions. The first solution is 3D Swimmer, we call it. This is completely for digital collaboration. This solution will be helpful. Here, a short video which is running, it will show you. Suppose in an organization, not only the design, there will be multiple departments will be there, like design department, manufacturing design department, quality department, assembly department, and so on. So all these department, usually how the design review will be conducted is when once the designer completes some design, suppose the 70 to 80% if he completes, sorry, then he called for a review meeting. During the review meeting there will be so many queries, like the quality team will say like whatever they need a special gauges to inspect, or they need to purchase a special measuring tool, or the manufacturing team will say like they need to make special fixtures, or they have to purchase some special cutters or cutting tools, like likewise, or the marketing team will say the spec is too low compared to the competitor, so the spec need to be upgraded. The sales team will say like the aesthetic wise the product is not looking good, so and so on. So all this, so the designer will note down all the points and he will go to the system and redo the design completely and get back to the review meeting again, the review meeting. So this is how the meeting will be happening to and fro. Now it is not at all required. Just like WhatsApp, we form a group. Same way, we can form a group with all the key holders of the project. So it can they can be irrespective of departments or anything. Whomever we trust, we can invite and we can work together. So what we can do, we can form a group. The designer, whatever the design he make, he once he completes some 20% or 30%, immediately he post in the group. Once he post, the all other users, just by using an app called 3D Swim, there is an app which can be downloaded in Play Store or iOS. Directly using that app, they can open it, or just a Chrome browser, Edge browser, any standard browser, they can open the 3D model. They can zoom, pan, rotate, measure, and also if they want to convey some markups, they can make a markups and they can convey it to the designer. So whatever the charts they make, everything will be a record. And without any physical meeting, virtually only, they can organize a call, they can make a call directly from the 3D swim itself, or they can make a video call, they can share the screen. Everything is possible in the 3D swim itself using this 3D swimmer role. So the complete team collaboration is possible using this 3D swimmer role. The next solution is collaborative industry innovator role, which using this role, the startups can start saving the data in a cloud. Most of the time, the startups will start saving the data in a hard disk or in a local drive. But whenever the system crashes or the hard disk, when they save in hard disk, the data design IP will be a big question mark. It can be lost, or anyone can access the data, and they can misuse the data also. But in order to avoid that, the startups will be provided. Suppose a startups activates all the file license, 125 GB cloud space will be provided to them. And if they consume this cloud space, only the cloud space they can able to, they have an option to extend without extending the license. That 125 GB, again some 100 GB, every 25 GB step they can able to upgrade also. That option also available for the startups. So here the main beauty is they can save the files in the cloud. And not only just saving the cloud files, they can do the revision management, the data management. Suppose when they make initial product design concept, and when they make a prototype, there is some too much interference, too much tight, or too much gap, too much clearance are there, or sometimes the whole mismatch is there, or there is a material change, or due to aesthetic reason they change some design. It can be any reason. When they do the revisions, like revision A, B, C, D, like that, they can keep saving and storing it in the cloud. The data management is very secure and easy. And also approval route also from the day one itself. And the designer completes the design, who has to review the design, who has to approve the design, everything can be properly flow can be defined, and it can be properly maintained also. This doesn't require any implementation. From without any special implementation, from day one the startup can start using this collaborative industry innovator for their product data management solutions. The next solution available in the startup program is 3D Creator. This 3D Creator, it's a browser-based solution, completely browser-based solution. It's also a parametric modeling, just like a SolidWorks. There will be some startups who cannot afford for a laptop or a desktop. As I told, it's even the 3D Experience is a cloud-based solution, but SolidWorks needs to be installed locally, and it will be working on a local, using the local resources like laptops, hard disk, whatever it is being used, RAM, and the graphic card driver, everything matters there. So, but there will be some startups who cannot afford for a laptop or a desktop. That should not be limitation for them. This 3D Creator helps them to create directly in a model, 3D models in a tab or a browser itself. It's a touchscreen enables also. They can create a model directly in a tab or a browser. It can be Chrome, Edge, or any browser, and they can create a model. So later on, once they purchase the laptop or a desktop, they can start converting it into a SolidWorks model directly. So that is the advantage of this 3D Creator role, but it will not be as flexible as SolidWorks, and large assemblies and all it won't support. For the very beginners, some basic designs and basic assemblies and all, it will support very well. The next solution is 3D Sculptor. Again, this is also a browser-based solution. You can able to see a short video which is running here. Just by pulling the nodes and surface, we can able to create the design. In order to create a exterior good-looking aesthetic design, like ergonomic model or shaped or organically shaped models, this will be very much helpful. Once you create the shape here, later on you can take it to SolidWorks. Then you can fine tune there, and you can use it in the SolidWorks assembly for your product development. The next solution is project planner. And the most of the startups, they will be doing the project planning in Excel sheet. Suppose four engineers are working, some will be working on a child part, some will be working on a sub assembly, some will be working on main assembly, some will be doing rendering, some will be doing simulation, and so on. So whenever the designer completes the task, he will has to manually update in that Excel sheet. Else, it will not show the real time status of the project. But it is not at all required now. So in the SolidWorks, using this in the 3D Expense, using this project planner role, if some tasks are assigned to some of the engineers, once the engineer completes their task, it automatically get updated in the SolidWorks. If they complete mark as a completed, it automatically get updated, and it will always show the real-time live status of the project. Then there is no manual intervention is required in the project planner role. So whenever they start, whenever some task is been assigned, it will be available for him under to-do list. Whenever he start working it, it will be under the in work stage. Once it is completed, if you mark it as a completed, automatically it will be moved to the completed stage, and the graphs also get updated. So all kind of reports you can take it out, like when the project is completed as per plan, whether the project is going or not, or is any delay is expected, how the resource is being properly used, everything can be tracked in using this project planner role. And next solution is social business analyst. In today's world, when we see there will be millions of posts, blogs, videos is being published every day. Suppose a drone related startup, we will take one example as a drone related startup. A drone related news, when we browse in the internet, it will be available in the first page also. Some will be available in the fifth page, some will be available in the 10th page. It is difficult for a person who is related to drone to search each and every pages in the website and find the relevant news to him. What this social business analyst done is, it will filter and share us all the drone related news. I'm telling, it's an example. It can be EV vehicle related, whatever the filter you give, based on the filter, it will fetch and it will show the relevant news to you in a single screen. The main advantage here is, suppose some survey is conducted globally somewhere in some country, they have conducted what and all the features the customer is looking in a drone. So that report will be directly shared to you, so you can understand the requirement of actual customer, and you can implement those requirements in your product development also. That way, this social business analyst role will be very much helpful for the startups. And 3D Experience Work SolidWorks Premium, as I told, it's the highest capability role, where you can able to do part modeling, assembly modeling, sheet metal, weldments, piping, routing, and so on. And also this role has visualize connected also. Using that, you can able to do photorealistic rendered images, which means without making the actual physical product, from the CAD model only, you can apply the textures and colors, and you can able to create the realistic images that can be used for your marketing purpose in the publishing it in the websites also. Next, 3D Experience Works simulation for designer. It's where you can able to do a time-based motion analysis. Suppose if you develop some mechanism, you can simulate the mechanism using this time-based motion analysis, and you can find the torque at the joints. Not only that, you can able to do linear static stress analysis, which is the entry level stress analysis available under the final element analysis. Suppose a designer designs some part with 5 mm thickness, he can apply the load and he can check whether really 5 mm is required, or he can go with some 3 mm, or he can go with some higher, he should go for an higher thickness. So those kind of decision can be made by a designer immediately. That is the advantage of this 3D Experience or SolidWorks simulation designer role. The last solution available under this bundle is 3D Experience Works Learner. Suppose startups don't want to depend on VAR for value-added reseller for learning whatever the roles it can be SolidWorks, it can be 3D creator, it can be 3D sculptor, or any kind of the thing, or at the same time. The startups don't want to depend on any YouTube channel or anything. If they want to learn on their own, then this roles for self-learning purpose, this 3D learner will be very much helpful for them. These are all the 10 roles which is available for the startups completely free of cost during the first year. That to up to 5 license it will be available. Just I'm just checking, is there any questions posted? Can we get the slides? Okay, YouTube has been done. Okay, moving on to add-on roles. So these are all the roles which is available for the startups completely at 90% discount. Whatever the roles earlier discussed, that is provided free of cost. These solutions comes with 90% discounts for the startups. So any startups, once they complete the concept design, they have to do the validation. The validation, it can be CFD analysis, or it can be mold flow simulation, or it can be structural simulation. So based on the startups requirement, these solutions are available for the startups at 90% discount during the first year, 70% discount during the second year, and 50% discount during the third year. Again, based on the level of complexity the software the startup want to do the simulation, the startups will be provided with the solution like linear static solution, frequency analysis, buckling analysis, and thermal analysis can be done using the structural designer. Always the startups need not to go with very high-end solutions in that they will not be using 70% of the solutions is being provided. So the Sol system comes with an option like 4 different roles. Startups can choose any of these roles as per the level of complexity. The difference between structural designer and structural engineer is they can do all the capabilities of structural designer. Additionally, linear dynamics. Suppose a startup is supplying a product to defense environment or aerospace environment or marine environment, there is so many standards like JSS Penta 5 standards, MIL standards, and so on. So where the product will be subjected to drop test, shock and vibration test, and so on. So these tests can be directly done to the CAD model. The stress and deflection can be studied. And durability performance engineer, where all the capabilities of structural designer and engineer can be done. Additionally, you can able to do non-linear statics, which means nothing but if you are startups involved in bending, forming, deep drawing operation and all, then this non-linear statics will be very much helpful. Not only that, fatigue analysis due to the cyclic load, what is the life of the product, that can be studied. The highest capability role is durability mechanics engineer, where you can able to do non-linear dynamics also. So in the fluid side, as I told, CFD analysis, you have a role called fluid dynamics engineer, and plastic mold flow simulation, you have a role called plastic injection engineer. Under this program, you have a solution for electronic simulation also. In present world, when we see most of the products are becoming smart products, starting from smartwatch, smartphone, smart home solutions also. So whenever these electronics start functioning, it emits electromagnetic waves. These electromagnetic waves will be very harmful for the user when it crosses the limit. That's why even in India, there is a SAR value has been specified by the government. Specific absorption rate value has been specified for the mobile user. So the mobile frequency should not cross that SAR value. So this study can be directly done in the CAD model itself, and it can be optimized. That is the benefit of this CST Studio Suite. Here it's not just does with EMI/MC analysis. A complete electronic solution, it comes as a package and under this CST Studio Suite. Other some notable roles are electric schematic designer for creating the electric wiring diagram, which will be helpful for in the shop floor engineers to assemble the control panels, and NC shop floor programmer to create a G codes and M codes for CNC machine, robot programmer. So like Delmia is mainly for manufacturing, and Enovia is for product data management, and Simulia is mainly for simulation. So all these are the brands of Dassault system. Like SolidWorks is a brand, same way Simulia is the other brand, Delmia is the other brand, and Enovia is the other brand. So any of these solutions you can opt under this program at various levels of discounts. Now coming to how to apply for this program, here is the link. You can if you click, it will directly take you to the website here, and you will find you'll this program details. Once again, as I told, the first year free, second year 70% discount, and third year with 50% discount. All these details are available here. And as I told, some of the case studies also published for the startups are completely free of cost. Some of the startup case studies also available here. So here, if you see, go here, you can see that apply now. Once you click on this apply now, here you have to enter your professional mail ID, whatever the startup mail ID is there, that mail ID you have to enter. Then now I'm just roughly filling. You enter the company first name, last name, your mobile number, everything, you just fill it out. Then the company address, everything you can, the year of founded. As I told, it should be less than 5 years, and all the startup which is less than 3 years will be eligible for completely free of cost. If the startups from 3 to 5 years, they either they will be fall under 70% or 50% discount. Suppose a 2025 startup means 2025 you put, and the industry vertical. Suppose industrial equipment means industrial equipment. Likewise, you have to fill. Then the revenue, as I told, the revenue should be less than 5 million USD. Then only you will be eligible for the program. And the funding received should be also less than 5 million USD. And you should not be an engineering services consulting or engineering services domain, because consulting or engineering services means a simple word, taking PO and doing projects for third party. They will be considered as a consulting or engineering services. You should not fall under that. And if you are under any accelerator program or under the incubation center, you can provide that, and you can provide the name. And if you are in touch with any value added reseller, then you can provide yes or no. Based on that, you can enter the reseller name and your company or your LinkedIn profile, and what product you are developing. You have to provide a brief about the startup. So and so product you are developing, drone for so and so application. Likewise, you have to provide the detail. Then when you are looking for the startups license, when you are planning to start the 3D Experience Works SolidWorks license, that intended start date you have to provide. Then agree, and if you submit, your application will be submitted. So this is the process for submitting application for 3D Experience Works SolidWorks startup program. So this is about the startup program. There is a program called Accelerator Makers. I will first move on to the Makers program. So suppose the startup program will be eligible for a registered companies only. Any startup who will be eligible means they should be registered under the company, and they either they have to provide their PAN number or TIN number or GST number, or some registration, company registration number details which is available. But there will be some people who has a plan but still not yet registered, means they can apply for this maker program. Just I will take you to this program also. So SolidWorks 3D Experience Works SolidWorks for makers. This program is only mainly for the makers. They will be provided with the professional license, not the premium license. In startup program, they will be provided with the premium license. That too, 1:1 license of the industrial license. But here in the maker license, the license is provided as a professional, and the other limitation is whatever the drawings, 3D models created in the maker license, only the maker to maker you can communicate, which means the SolidWorks model or drawings which is created in a maker using maker license, if you try to open in the commercial license or whatever even the education license, it won't open. The models will not open. You will get a warning stating that the model is being created in the maker license. You cannot able to uh, apply open it here. So that is the main thing. So for creating this maker license, only thing is you should be a part of any maker community. What is a maker community means? There are so many maker community. One of the maker community is my mini factory. So one of the example just opening here. So what they will people used to create the 3D model and upload it here. They will 3D print and they can sell it here. Likewise, you have to create a. You should be a part of any of the maker labs or any of the online portal or an online selling portal like my mini factory kind of thing. If you are a part of it, you can able to do it. So I think it's taking some time. So directly for this, you can fill the application and you can submit it. So most of the time in some of the countries, this maker license will be provided completely free of cost, like in India and all. If you find it completely free of cost, some of the countries very much discounted price it will be provided. So SolidWorks maker license, if you type, you'll get the complete details, like 48 USD per year only. If you pay, some of the countries will be charged, and in some of the countries it will be provided free of cost also, like in India it will be provided free of cost. The same way you have to fill and you have to submit the application. Once you submit the application, you can able to, the license will be reviewed, and if some details, additional details are required, they will be requesting for the detail. Else you will be directly approved for a license and the license will be provided to you. So this is about the maker license. The other features which is I want to tell you is like solid 3D experience SolidWorks for incubators and accelerator. If your colleges has a incubator, so into the in present world when we see almost all the colleges in the globe has incubators within them to support the startups of their students startups. So those for that incubators also can get the free license, up to 10 license per incubation center. They can get completely free of cost from the Dassault system. So that option also available for the incubation center. For an example, that also it's simple. If you type 3D experience or SolidWorks for incubator and accelerator, you will be taken to this page. So this license to be used only for by the startups under the incubation center. Why the startups get incubated under the incubation center? The main reason is the startups need not invest on a space or the laptop or the software. So incubation centers will provide the startups the space, the laptop, and the softwares like SolidWorks or so many other software. So they can utilize and they can speed up their product development, and also the mentorship support, everything the startups will be getting. That's why the incubation centers are useful for the startups. So suppose a registered incubation center, there is no limitation when it is started. There is no such limitation and all. It should be a registered incubation center. That is the only limitation. When we go with the startup program, there is a limitation like 5 years of time, but there is no such limitation here. Here, any whichever the year the incubation is started, irrespective of that, if they are purely an incubation center, they are eligible for the program. So just how to submit the program is the same way, just like how we submitted the startup program. They have to submit the incubation center name, their website, the country, the details here, who is responsible for the incubation center, the key contact person details to be filled, whether they are incubation center or accelerator or maker space or any other, they have to fill. Then whether they are in contact with any value added reseller means yes or no they can fill. If yes means yes and they have to provide, and if they are contact with any Dassault system employee, again it can be yes or no. And if they are interested in co-marketing activity, which is nothing but publishing the case studies of the startups, that they can fill and send me a response of the copy. They can enter the incubation center email ID and submit it. Once it is submitted, the Dassault system will review this application and get back to them. So this is how this incubation center program also will be helpful for incubation center. So with this, I end up the session for the day. I'm available for questions, any questions which is available. So if you have any questions, please let me know.
Guys, till then, I am forwarding you a form, Google form for participation certificates. Till then, you can fill the form while Sir is answering questions.
So that maker lab I was telling about uh, my mini factory, that I will complete meanwhile, because I don't see any questions here. So this is some of the people who created and posted here. For an example, even I have a profile. Which has been created very long back during my college days. I have created. So likewise, you just have to create, and you just have to upload um, some of the products. So this link also you should include while submitting the application for makers. So then only it should you should give a proper thing, like in a startup program. What you will be giving, you have a registered startup. So this in the application itself you'll be submitting the you so and so startup with so and so name, and it is registered in so and so country, like that. Likewise, for the maker program, so under which maker lab you are enrolled, either nearby in your college, if there is a maker lab, you should give a proof, like you have enrolled under so and so maker lab under your college, or some of the incubation center, or like this online community, you can provide this link, so they will review it and they will provide you the license. As I told, only limitation here is the maker license. Once you create some model, that can be opened only in the maker license only. Later on, if you are converting it as a startup, whatever the model, that can be converted as a step file or parasolid file or IGS file, or any of the neutral file, and it can be opened. But as a editable parametric SolidWorks file, you cannot able to open. You may have to, if you want, you may have to recreate from the beginning itself. But again, in the SolidWorks startup program, the advantage here is you'll be given 1:1 industrial license, which means a paid SolidWorks customer, whatever the license has been purchased, that same license will be provided free of cost, that to the premium version under the SolidWorks startup program. So that's all I want to share. So I want to build SolidWorks skill. My laptop is slow. How to handle it? Again, here the RAM alone is not a problem. So cloud eligibility test. One test is that if you are using 3DEXPERIENCE SolidWorks, then you have to perform that test. What I will do is I will share you that process also, Mr. Usman Ahmed Siddiq. if you go to internet browser, cloud eligibility test for SolidWorks, if you type, automatically you'll be getting this 3D Experience Works cloud eligibility. So test your compatibility, that this option will be there. If you click on this test your compatibility, one file will get downloaded. So once you run it, it will show whatever the system requirements, like Windows operating system, the RAM you use, the graphic card you used, the driver, the internet speed, everything it will check, and it will generate one report. So based on that report, you can able to see whether or there is some links also, the hardware and software official recommendation checks. So you can go to those links and you can see, compare, and you can see your specs, so that you will get an idea where exactly you are lagging, your system is lagging. You can based on that you can upgrade. I think there is
Looks
no
like,
other questions.
yeah, yeah, thought the same. Looks like there are no doubts. So let's end the session then. Wonderful session, sir. Really like
Thank you, Sayed. Thanks a lot.
really like how you explain every role accurately, like Innovia, Delmia, Simulia, etc. It takes a very great length of knowledge to explain those things very easily. The presentation for the session was just very appealing. Uh, you really handpicked some wonderful images too. Really great
Thank
session,
you.
sir.
Thank you,
Thank you
Sayed.
for presenting this session at our success.
Thank you all for everyone who patiently listened my session and asked some of the question. Uh, Today I couldn't able to show anything because this is just, I like to give you overview of the startup program, maker program, and accelerator program. So on deep diving into this solution, like 3D experience solutions itself, we can plan in session in future, like 3D swimmer, collaborative industry innovator, what exactly is, how collaboration we can make, how to do the data how we can save the files in a cloud, how to do the revisions, how to revert back the revisions, kind of deep driving session also we can plan in future. uh, Maybe Syed can make myself, I will make myself available anytime during next month, or end of this month also is fine. We
Sure,
can
sir,
plan,
sure.
we can plan.
Definitely.
So this today I couldn't able to show anything because of time constraint. And again, I want to give you overview of the startup program. And I understood like most of them here it will not be helpful. But if you have your idea to make a startup, or if you will be knowing some of your friends who is planning a startup or who have started as a startup, to them you take this program so that it will be helpful for them to use this program effectively. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. That's all from my side. Have a great day ahead.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Okay, guys. So we'll be ending this session then. Also, sir,
Yeah.
I really forgot. Uh, I would like to present you this certificate of appreciation for your sharing
Thank you
such
very
knowledge
much.
to us. I'll mail this also to your ID, sir.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Syed. Sufi.
Okay, sir. Okay, then, guys. Bye. We will end this session here.